And hello and welcome, pool fans from all around the world, to the 2025 Predator European Pool Championships, to this quarterfinal match between Jasmine Ouschan and Olivia Zalewska. We're down to the final 8 players. We had, I believe it was 52 players that started the tournament. We're playing 10 ball. This is a race to 6. In the booth today, we have George Teacha, myself, and Eric Horlifson bringing you the live action from Tallinn, Estonia.
Yeah, good to be with you guys again. Yeah, good to be with you again. This is my first chance to see Jasmine on one of the stream tables. Kind of the odds-on favorite to win the event. Olivia is capable of putting up a good challenge. Short enough race that things can kind of go either way. Both players going to try to assert themselves early in the first opening racks.
Yeah, Jasmine was challenged in the final 32 against Angelina Lubinaz from Germany. It went 6-4, but she trailed the whole way till she was able to come around and put the last 2 racks together. Breaking off here.
4 ball down. Thin cut on the 1 to start. Tempting. I believe she'll have a go with this.
Short race of 6. Olivia's had a funny tournament. She lost her opening match to Kristina Zaldeva from Bulgaria, then defeated Anna Gritsuk from Estonia, but then defeated Kristina Zaldeva in the last 32, 6-4, the same score she lost by. And then took down Joanna Edelkofer from Germany, 6-2. Jasmine now at the table.
Yeah, avenging her losses Zlateva early in the tournament. You would consider Zlateva probably the number 2 seed in the field. So good win there for Zalewska. Not ideal on the 2 here. It's makeable in the corner. She's going to be staying on offense here. 3 is very available. Just got to get the cue ball over to the left side of the table. Shot might be forced to go rail first, but there is a path between the 6-9. Really got to control the thickness. Catch the 3 with here. Go ahead, George. Sorry.
I was just going to say, does she risk going by the 6 or off the 6 to the pocket here?
I think you have to.
Oh, yeah, she did a great job with it.
Yeah, contacted it, so more distance than ideal. Cue ball's playing okay, but she's bridging over the 6. Big shot here in rack number 1.
Pretty much, she's going to be elevating a little bit, so she's going to be just probably stopping the ball would be good.
Yeah, can't do much here. Tough.
Yeah.
An open chance now for Zalewska.
Yeah, long elevated shot was a tough shot to execute.
Just slightly thin. She'd like to draw between the 7-9, but there's too much angle, so going to settle on a bit of distance here. Nicely controlled. Zalewska's been on the rise in the past year. She had a top 16 finish in the Women's World 10 Ball Championships. Well, straight on the 8. She'll ideally want the angle where she can draw back past the side and get close to the 9.
Olivia had a third-place finish in the 2024 Women's Tallinn Open and the St. Johann Open. She was 9th through 16th in the WPA Women's World 10-Ball Championship just this past year, so she's had a good year.
Yeah, the Polish men have really made an impact on the men's international scene. Looking like this new breed of Polish women that are going to start contending for major titles, and Olivia is definitely one of them.
Well, I think they've used her, maybe twice now in the team championships. So she's gotten a lot of experience playing with the men at the same time.
That's right.
Jasmine, on the other hand, last year she won the WPBA Iron City Invitational, then the Longodi Italian Open. She was 3rd in the Women Las Vegas Open, and they were in the final group for the mixed doubles. So she's had a successful 2025 so far, and her 2024 wasn't anything to sneeze at. She had a first in the Biker Week Showdown, 3rd in the Predator Women's Showdown, the Alpha Las Vegas Open. She was 5th through 8th in the final 8, so quarterfinalist.
Yeah, she's had a real resurgence in the past 3 years. Had a lot of success earlier in her career and kind of had a few dry years in the middle of her career. Just had other things going, developing her billiard academy. Now she's kind of doing everything at a high level, has a really highly followed YouTube channel, still doing things with the Billiard Academy in Klagenfurt. One of the most active female players in the game. Watch out for the 4. She's behind it. Gonna try to get the cue ball between the 2 and the long rail. Couple balls kind of blocking the fullness of the 2. Just gonna go up this way. Felt like 5 and the 6 were blocking it too much on the shorter path. No good, and chance for Jasmine here. Ball in hand start.
Well,
checking at the 4.
Is ranked.
Go ahead.
Jasmine is ranked 5th in the WPA rankings. A 753 Fargo. Olivia from Poland is ranked 35th in the WPA rankings.
Yeah, about a 70-point difference in Fargo, I think. Which is a significant difference. But over a race to 6, it's not going to show up as much as a longer race.
The WPA rankings show up big in Europe. The Fargo, they're still becoming familiar with. Something that we are now using pretty close to a standard in the United States or in North America. It is an international ranking system.
Gonna want to put a good kill stroke on this ball here. Well done. Straight enough to hold for the 8 in the long pocket. It's too much cue ball movement to go around 3 rails. 8's a little further off the rail than I first thought as well, so decently available in the bottom left.
A little bit of a challenging shot.
Yeah, all in the pocketing here. It's the kind of shots that if you have any doubt in your mind, they're not going to go in as often. Got to be confident. Got to trust your alignment here. Got it.
Jasmine opening match was versus Helene Mikkelsen, and she won that 6-1, and then she defeated SM Avikji 6-0. And again, as I said earlier, I think she defeated Angelina Lubinaz from Germany 6-4, and then Mireia Fito from Spain 6-2.
Yeah, not really under much threat except for the match with Lubinaz.
Yeah. And in listening to the commentary there, they noted that Jasmine didn't really play to her capabilities in the first part of the set, so she had to dig deep and grind it out and come back from behind.
We have
a lot of pool here.
Go ahead, George.
We have a lot of pool here in Estonia. We have the men's and women's 10-ball championships, which are going to be closing out today, I believe, aren't they, Eric? Later on today, we have the.
That's right.
This is a quarterfinal. This is a quarterfinal match, so they'll be closing out, and the men's and women's 8-ball starts tomorrow on the 2nd. And then the men's and women's 9-ball on the 6th through the 8th. And I don't know if they observe April Fool's Day in Europe, but we do in the United States, so I'm sure we're going to have to prank Mr. Horlifson sooner or later.
I was aware that it was today, so at least I'm on full awareness.
No, I was just kidding. I just always April Fool's Day is a special day for me. I look in the mirror
have
and
been
say, "You're a fool."
before.
Look at the safety behind the 3-ball.
Yeah, nice play there. She's left the right long rail. Olivia can come at this 2 rails and attempt to stick the cue ball. 4 is a little more in the way than I first thought, but I think it's there, especially with maybe a slight bit of swerve. Ideally wanted to hit that ball 2 rails. Came out at 1. Pretty good result considering she hit at 1 rail.
Nothing easy for Jasmine here. Let's see where she decides to play safe to.
Yeah, she can kind of push the cue or the 1 ball between the 2-8 and the cue ball towards the 5. Looks like she's actually going off the left side of it. Oh, no, that's, yep. Look out, cue ball. It's okay. Tough to say if she's left the right edge. Looks like she hasn't. So Olivia on a tough 2-rail kick here. Yep. Tough shot.
Just missed.
Looks like Jasmine's going to be looking for the 3 foul. Taking a look at the ones available in the bottom right, I believe it is. Best position there would be to get into the short side of the 2. Tight cue ball maneuvering.
What do you think about playing safe here and moving the 2 along with the cube, the 1 ball?
Not bad. Oh, didn't want to bank it in.
She didn't want to do that. I would have been thinking about moving the 2 ball there.
So, turning point here in rack number 3.
Can she hold this 2 rails? It looks like
yeah, it's possible. Yeah, ideally hitting the bottom side of it, pushing the 2 up table. Good shot. Nice that she's left Olivia over top of the 2. Safes aren't easy here. You can go off the left side and play the cue ball back around where it is now. Looks like she's trying something a little more direct. Yeah, I didn't really like this. I mean, she played the cue ball almost perfect and left Jasmine kind of at bay here. But going the other way, there was a lot more blockers. Jasmine's going to consider behind the 10 here. That was the speed. Perfect. That's
again.
2 shots in a row now, George, that she's banked in where she's not playing the ball. The first one, you know, could have been avoided, but this one was unlucky.
Yeah.
Tough start for Jasmine here.
She's going to go around the ball in the middle there, the 4 ball, the pink 4. 2 rails. She's going to make an hit. Nice hit and makes it. What a shot.
How's that? Of course, she has no position, but what a shot. Three rails into an eighth of a ball. Really just trying to hit it, but hit it so well it went in. Great shot. Five ball still going to be an issue for both players. Jasmine not really on easy pocketing here. Just taking a look to see if she has enough of the left side. Even if she does, position for the 5 is going to be tough. Tough spot. Nice shot. A lot of coverage over on the left side of the table. Looks like she's going to leave a window. Unclear if the 4 passes the 7. Even if it does, there's not much on position for the 5. It does go. She could just roll at it and try some kind of safe attempt on the 5. Well, this was aggressive, and I'm not really sure why, because you weren't going to get that much more out of it.
Slow rolling that ball, she might have ended up behind the 7.
That's true, yeah, and it's tougher on. It's tough to trust the table slow rolling it over that much distance.
It's got to come down further if she wants to bank it.
Yeah, a little bit risky on the double kiss here. 5's real close to the rail. Nice thing is she can hit it with some speed to kind of, she'll want to hit it with some speed for position, and that naturally shortens the bank up. I think it's a little too close, though.
I think it is. If anything, she'll... you ever try playing these two rails to the same pocket the 5 balls at?
I know the shot, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I think it was too tight for that, too. But you wouldn't play that in a game unless you're playing bank.
Yeah, more of an exhibition shot. You're right. By the rail bank pool.
Mm-hmm.
Smart safe there from Jasmine. Just covered her on the 5. Really tough to judge these diagonal kicks where the cue ball's traveling so far to the object ball. Tough judgment, and that's going to be no rail. Jasmine still has a little bit to do on position here. Going to have to get the cue ball comfortably on the 6 because it's playing pretty sharply in the side. Actually considering the combo because the 6 is so sharp. The combo will open up the pocket for the 8 as well. It's not a win under WPA rules. WPA, pardon me, rules. But it'll be spotted and she'll stay at the table. That actually plays okay. Just a little straight on the 7, but can develop some angle coming back off the rail. Pretty eventful rack. It's not over yet. She might have to run the cue ball into the 9 here, but Jasmine banked in 2 balls that she wasn't trying to make and ended up coming up with a beautiful 3-rail kick to get the offensive part of the game going here.
Will she just run into this 9 ball, Eric?
I think so.
Push it towards the hole?
Yeah, great shot.
Perfect. Choice of taking the 10 to the side or playing it in the same pocket. She's got several choices, actually, and that's the easiest one.
Yeah, I see players avoiding the side so much. I don't mind it on this play. Into the angle, the actual cue ball movement. Pretty much guaranteed to get good on the 10, and she takes rack number 3.
And we have 3 other quarterfinals.
Go ahead.
We have 3 other quarterfinals being played at the same time. You have Jolene Sherman versus Alara Ghaffari, and Jolene leads 3-1. Sara Rocha, 2-1 over Vanya Franco. And then Ina Kaplan, 3-1 over Claudia Van Rohr.
So Filler is out of the tournament. I wonder who beat her. Zlateva out, Filler out. Kaplan's been having a good week. She made the final of the women's straight pool division.
Pia Filler lost to Ina Kaplan.
Okay.
And then
lost from the straight pool.
Zlateva lost to Olivia.
Right.
In the final 32.
Jasmine going from the side rail here, Pro Billiard Series style. She's used to that break. Nothing down.
She's the only player I've seen go to the side. They've all been breaking right from the corner of the box. There's a box in the middle of the table, for those that haven't noticed. that you can't break from. Kind of the opposite of, the break box that you can only break from.
Right.
I think I just confused myself.
No, we know what you mean. Yeah. The best attack angle in 10 ball is very close to the middle, and there's a restricted zone where they can't move the cue ball so close to the middle. But most players still choosing to go to the edge of that box. A little straight here, kind of drawing the wrong way. She can power up all the way back between the 8-9. I don't mind it. She's kind of on the wrong side of the table, so tough to get enough power stroke in this. Not bad. Ideally, would like some angle going to the right here. Doesn't really have it. It's possible to manufacture something, but it would require a lot of speed. The natural drawing angle is kind of going into the 6. A little tricky here for Zalewska. I think she just conceded that she was going to hit the 6, probably try to hit that part of it. Great shot. Oh, unexpected miss there. No real explanation. Wasn't much to do with position. Ball was just really close to the short rail, and anytime there's a ball close to the rail like that, it's got to be cut perfectly along the rail. So chance for Jasmine now to open up a 2-game lead. Shot.
Looks like she found cover.
Gonna be going 2 rails at this, calling it in the top left. Nice shot, hitting the proper side of the ball, creating distance. Very long pocketing here for Jasmine, and nothing really happening on position, so look for her to play safe. Excuse me. She can bank the 6 up the middle, slightly risky with the cue ball going towards the top right corner pocket. I think she can beat the scratch to the short rail if she hits it properly. A little defensive there from Jasmine. Hasn't left the obvious safe with the cue ball behind the 7 here. The 6 can play to the middle of the short rail. Tough to get cover. Maybe with the 10. Nice shot. Jasmine quickly to the jump cue. One of the stronger jumpers in the women's game.
Yeah, Jasmine's a WPA World 10-ball champion, World Games 9-ball division champion, 8-time WPA event champion. She's also sponsored by Predator.
Yeah, she's won almost every title in the women's game. One of the most successful female European players of all time.
Oh,
That's a big miss from Zalewska here. Jasmine going to be a big favorite to get a 2-game lead now.
Yeah, keep in mind it's a race to 6, and she's about to be halfway there with this 5-ball clearance.
Didn't want to be on the rail here. Going to be a little awkward on the cueing. Going to have to draw the cue ball. Maybe a bit of a stun will be okay, but slight elevation coming here. Smart shot. Stayed away from the elevation. Knew the natural angle was playing around the 8. Shot there from Jasmine. Looking good now, looking confident.
That's 3 games in a row for Jasmine.
Yeah.
3-1. Racing
Zalewska break. Yeah. Zalewska got a break in rack number 5. She made the balls behind the 1 on her first break. Going from the middle like most players.
These tournaments are being played on the Predator Arc table using the Aramith balls and the Simonis cloth, as Aramith and Simonis are both sponsors of this Predator European Pool Championship. You can see the Predator arena lights overhead. Breaking in game number 5. The 4-railer might get there. It did.
It did. 3-ball came in between the 1 and the cue ball. She can avoid the double kiss here, I think. Try to play the cue ball behind the 3. Maybe even all the way over between the 4-9.
She could also bank at the 1-ball, 2-way, kind of a 2-way shot, kind of like what you just did right there. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Gonna come in between it. How's the 1 gonna end up? Pretty tough. Might be worth a difficult offensive try here for Jasmine. She's considering it. Even running the cue ball into the 6, kind of freeing up the 5 a little, would be a good play. Shot on the 1. Didn't move the 6. She's checking to see if the 5 goes now. I don't believe it passes. Only had a quick look. Could be verification either way that it goes or doesn't. Kind of the way she's moving around the table, though, I think she might be okay to shoot the 5 in the bottom left. Looking at the angle for the side now, so it might not be available in the corner. She can get to the angle where she could shoot the 5 in the right middle.
I like that 2-rail coming out of the upper right-hand corner right at the 6.
Could definitely work.
Speed has to be good and the angle has to be perfect. but she's lined up for just that type of shot.
You're right, George. Great call. Ended up coming in between them, but yeah, I mean, compared to playing into that small window around 3 rails where you would have had to stun the ball a little more, it's a good shot. A lot of cue ball movement in this rack, but she's done well to get to this point. Great opening shot on the 1.
I thought she might come around those 2 balls, the 8 and the 10, for the 7.
Just thinking about that too.
Yeah, much higher. No chance of getting behind them.
Yeah, and she needed some angle to kind of get back into the middle of the table for the 8 because it's really only available on the bottom left. So, smart play here. Match is going by quickly. Kind of a big miss from Zalewska on the 6 in the previous rack. Bit of a turning point, giving Jasmine the first little bit of separation. She played a great rack here to possibly go ahead 4-1.
Jasmine looking very solid as always. Very solid. 4 games in a row and leads 4-1. The other quarters, you have Jolene Sherman tied with Alada Ghaffari. Sarah Rocha now leads 4-1 over Vanya Franco. Ina Kaplan 4-1 over Claudia Van Roer. This tournament is sponsored by Predator Group, Simonis Cloth, Aramith Billiard Balls, Langoni Cues, Kamui, Hansa Vest, Folger, and DATEL. And of course, we have the European Pocket Billiard Federation referees, as this is the EPBF European Pool Championships, the federation sending their chosen players to compete. 117 men, 52 women in the 10 ball, entered into the 10 ball.
Yeah, big fields here.
Women. Sure.
And like they were saying, representation from all across Europe. It's one of the most. It really is the most important tournament on European soil throughout the year. Jasmine going from the side rail again. 4-railer went down. Just taking a look at the pocketing angle here. Super tough. Safe would be to overcut the 1 to the left, right long rail. And bring the cue ball back down near the 7. Didn't quite get either, so going to be a chance here for Zalewska to make something happen. She's only left the right side. There's a lot of coverage over on the right side of the table, so we can get the cue ball going 2 rails back to the same area. Should be positive play. Leave a window there, George. Jasmine having a look. No, she's covered.
It doesn't look like it, no. She may look at going. I was going to say she may look at going rail first by the side pocket, but I don't think the 8 ball hinders that. It does. So there's no way she can hit it full, but not to make it.
Nice shot. Half the ball. Since 8 ball's going to line up for a small roll, and the kicking's going to be tougher because she's right over top of the 7. Might have access to the left side of the cue ball, coming and can come around 2 rails. Jasmine's playing well. Kicking very well. Tough pocketing on the 1 in the last rack. Past that test. Watch out, no rail here. No rail. And going to be another open chance for Jasmine now.
That 2-rail kick from Jasmine paid dividends there.
Yeah, she's had some streams and different things about kicking in her YouTube channel. She has one specific segment where she plays a game with Albin where they only kick at every shot. It's a big underrated part of the game.
It sure is. That's actually a fun thing to do. You got to kick at everything. Pretty creative way to practice. And get some views on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, Albin will be here for the 9-ball division. Didn't compete in the straight ball or 10-ball division, but he'll be here for the 9-ball and 8-ball. I wonder how many European titles Jasmine has. If I were to utter a small guess, it'd be probably close to 20, 15 minimum.
Well, I'm going to try to find that for you, Eric.
Sure.
Let's see what we can do here.
Straight up the right long rail here for Jasmine. Couple shots, just getting straight and drawing straight back onto the long extension here. Oh, miscued. Leave a lot more distance than what she wanted. Cue ball's kind of frozen to the rail here. If it's off the rail, it'll make the shot a lot easier, but if it's frozen, it can kind of tend to push away from the rail. Yeah, she's really close to the rail. Got to cue this ball perfectly.
How does the number 20 sound on her European titles?
Holy.
She started playing European pool championships since 2006, and out of those, 19 years, she has 20 titles.
Wow.
And I got a better number for you here. In 2015, 2 of the 3 tournaments she played, she won. In 2016, 3 tournaments that she played in, she won all 3.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's probably assuming that she didn't play all divisions in every year. Just a huge number of titles.
Yep. And for a lot of you fans out there, if you'd like to look up some of your favorite players and what they've done in Europe, the epbf.com gives you all the information for these tournaments. and tournaments they've played in for each player and their finishes. And finally, after losing 4 straight games, Olivia Zalewska comes up and wins her second to close the gap to 2 games in this all-important race to 6. Considering we are in the quarterfinals, you want to make that semi and stop your opponent from getting away from you.
Yeah, Jasmine miscued on the 5 there, left more distance towards the 6. Forced her to hit it with more speed. Got unfortunate with the cue ball landing really close to the rail. Again, you can still shoot the cue ball along the rail, but it'll tend to push away from the rail when it's in that frozen position. And that's how she missed it. She just overcut it slightly.
Yeah, Sara Rocha and Ina Kaplan are both on the hill against their opponents, and they both lead 5 games to 1.
So the winner of this match will play the winner of which one?
Let's see.
Nothing on the break for Zalewska here. She's going to have to run into the 2, but if she draws it, she could minimize the movement of the 2 and shoot it in the same pocket. Came out a little further than she wanted. She's going to have to run into the 4 here. It's actually not a negative thing. Could play the 2 in the top left. I don't mind just taking a gamble and running the cue ball into the 4 here. 4's got to be moved anyways. Might be a little too thin to kind of cut into that pocket, but looks like she is going to have a go at it.
The winner of this match will play the winner of the Jolene Sherman and Ala Ghaffari match. And
Okay.
Jolene leads 4 games to 3 in that match, so it's a tight match. The winner, Ina Kaplan and Sara Rocha, might have to meet each other in the other semi, as they both lead 5 games to 1 in this quarterfinal. Look at this. It's going to get right behind this ball. Wow, what a kick.
That'll do from Zalewska there. She's left the right long rail, but definitely a good result here. Good shot, hitting the proper side of the ball again, and good result from Jasmine. She's really stepped it up in the kicking department. Not that she's ever been weak, but you can tell she's always targeting half the ball, aware of what the kick-safe opportunities are.
Oh,
Nothing on the way through. Going to be an open table chance for Jasmine now. I believe the 8 is available in the bottom right. 6 plays good onto the 7, where she can get straight onto the 7 and get into the short side of the 8. Too much angle here. Gonna have to move the cue ball a little more than she wanted. She can draw at 2 rails. Cue ball will be kind of trending towards the 4 in that case. Looks like she's considering coming below the 4 and shooting in the side.
That shot here lays perfect for that, Eric. Just nice line to it.
Yeah, into the angle, but she's come on the wrong side of the 4 here.
I wouldn't blame her if she played safe here.
Yeah, it's kind of a guaranteed safe behind the 6-9.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she is going to potentially back off. Good shot. Covering the jump. 10 balls in the way of the... Even if she does get over the 6, the 10 balls in the way of the 4. She's covered it well, too. Might have to come around 3 rails tight here. Looking over to the left long rail. That'd be ideal if she can get through to that. Not there, so she's going to be going 3 rails at this. Ideally, super tough, but ideally if you can hit it at a speed where you kind of lag onto the 4, could develop something safe. Yeah, she's going 2 rails. I like going 3 here.
So you like coming in above the 8 and coming down to the ball from the left side?
Yeah, tough to judge. Makes the ball bigger. You're kicking at a rail that's closer to the ball you're trying to hit.
Good call there. I do like that.
Jasmine going to look to put her behind the 6-9 again. She will separate the 4 from the 5 here. Got to be a little careful of going off in the corner, but she'll feel the angle where she'll be playing into the short rail. Speed there. Pretty good. And she's definitely going to... Oh, she'll have the right long rail here. 5's covering a bit of the 4. Let's be judged nicely. Kind of kick where you kind of want to go long of the angle and draw back at it a bit. Yeah, again, I like going longer there. Oh, that was a 3 foul. We lost track of the fouls, George. I thought she was only on 2 there. That was a 3 foul, and Jasmine gets on the hill with a 3 foul. Wow.
Great play by Jasmine there so far. She now leads 5-2. And she has pretty much controlled this game with safety play, and very, very good safety play. She's played safe at the right times. And anytime you can win a game on 3 fouls, that's very good safety play.
Yeah, and she's even come with some good kick safes. I mean, it's really been the defensive replies from Jasmine that has put her ahead here.
Yeah, she had a 3-rail kick on a 3-ball that she actually made when the score was 1-1. Then she also had a 2-rail kick on a 1-ball at 4-1. A kick safe. Oh, that was by Olivia, excuse me. But she had that return kick safe here on the 2-ball just a bit ago on that last game. So yeah, she's been coming real strong with the kick shots, and the speed on the kick shots have been very, very, very good.
Kind of an odd break from Jasmine. 10 ball, only ball pocketed. Not a win under WP rules, but does afford her a chance to stay at the table. Didn't come up with a shot here. Safes are tricky. If she has enough at the right side of the 4, she could play the cue ball down below the 4-5, possibly behind the 3. Good shot. I think she's covered everything up the right long rail. Yeah. Not enough room between the 2 and the 1. Yeah, not only have her safes, for sure, not only have her safes been good, she's trapping Zalewska into spots where she has to hit multiple rails on a lot of the kicks. Obviously tougher the more rails you have to hit. I think you can go to the left of the 10 and maybe let the cue ball release a little bit off the second rail. That ball's going to tend to kind of come above the 1, but not much else on offer here. Just going to go 1 rail at it. Yeah,
she's got half a ball. Nope.
Yeah, tough to judge there. And Jasmine extracting the ball in hand again. On the hill now, chance to close it out.
Once she gets on the 3 ball and can go from the 3 to the 4, this rack is wide open for her to close it out.
Yeah, 6, 7. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9. Very inviting, close to pockets.
Mm-hmm. And look at her lead in to get to the 3 ball, just straight up table. Nice follow shot. The 4 ball is in the middle of the table, but doesn't have the pocket by the 6.
Yeah, she's kind of tracking into the point here, George. I believe she can manipulate the outside of the pocket where she kind of gets the cue ball going before the side pocket. It's close. Good shot. A little too much angle. Yeah. Can't really run into the 5 because the right middle is blocked by the 6. 4 does go in the corner, but would be unreliable to get exactly on the 4 in the corner. Judgment call here. Yeah, it's not going to play into the side. It could go off the 7 potentially. I think the 7's a little too far past the side. Called it in the corner. So last pocketing test here for Jasmine to close out a real strong match if she makes this 4. Nice shot. Bit angle with the cue ball going up table. There is room between the 10 and the short rail. 10's kind of playing right in the middle of the natural angle. Might have to stun to the right of it.
Probably come to the bottom rail and come up towards the 6 for a shot in the corner. I don't think she'll come all the way up for the side pocket. There you go.
She was straighten up the draw. Good shot. Looking good now. And Jasmine looking for, where were we at? Title number 21 in the European Championships. Amazing.
That's if I counted right. It could be 22 and it could be 20.
There were so many. It's easy to lose track, yeah.
It was. Anytime you have to go through that many tournaments from 2006 to 2000, so that's 19 tournaments, and find all the wins.
Got to count them in groups of 5. There's that many. Good performance here from Jasmine. Again, Olivia just stuck in a bunch of tough kicking situations. Missed that 1 shot on the 6 that was maybe makeable, but other than that, didn't play that badly. Jasmine just maintained control well. She'll be on to the semifinals here.
So on to the semifinals to meet either Jolene Sherman or Alada Ghaffari. Jasmine will await the winner of that match. Let me see if I can get you a score for that match.
Yeah, and you can see by her body language there she's happy with her. Okay. Yeah, she's happy with her performance. She knew how well she played this match. Okay, well, we got the semifinal. Yeah, semifinal and final action coming up for you today still. For George Chea, this is Eric Horlifson. We'll be back soon with the next round.
See you soon, guys.